Welcome to another edition of the weekly US news update. And this week it's going to be kind of a short week, not a whole lot going on in the US world. But with that being said, the biggest news this week is the FAA releasing LAANC for hobbyists. I've been talking about this for several weeks now since it was announced. And this week we went live, so I'll talk about this in a minute. The next thing is UPS that is launching their own drone delivery business. The next thing is the FAA that is appointing a new administrator. We'll talk about who it is and what the administrator actually does. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the live Q&A with the FAA that's going to be held on Monday next week, so you can ask all the questions you want to the FAA. Finally, I want to talk about something that's not news related, but it's something that I want to hear from you guys. I want to start this thing called the Drone for Good campaign. So I'll talk about a little bit more about this, and that involves you, the people who watch, and I want to get some feedback from you. So first thing, let's talk about LAANC, available for hobbyists right now. This is kind of a big deal. This happened this week on Tuesday. The FAA finally released LAANC for hobbyists. It's been a long time coming. And then now you can actually submit requests if you're a hobbyist in order to fly and control airspace, just like remote pilots have been able to do for, I think, a little over a year now. Now, I did a full video. There's an 11-minute video that is going to be available down in the description that I highly recommend that you watch. I go over all the details about LAANC, how to use LAANC, how to find what controlled airspace is, how to use the facility map to determine all this stuff, and then finally how to submit a LAANC request using Kitty Hawk app on mobile devices. So go in there, a lot of information covered, but this is great news. So what I want to hear from you is, have you used the new LAANC for hobbyists? And if so, which app did you use? How did it go? Did it work? Did it fail? I've seen on some forums that some of the apps were crashing on the first day and not going through. Mine was fine. It actually took 17 seconds to get approval. So again, you can see all that in the video in more detail. I don't want to clog up this segment right here, but tell me, what are your thoughts? Do you think this is going to help you? One thing to remember that I also mentioned in the video is at this point, if your airport that you're flying at is not part of LAANC, you have to go through the FAA drone zone to get approval. And at this stage, this is not ready for hobbyists. So when that comes up, I'll make a segment out of it. The next thing I want to talk about is the UPS that is launching a drone delivery business. And they're going to be calling this UPS Flight Forward. That's the name of the company. And essentially what they're going to do is they're going to operate under Part 135. Now, you may not be familiar with what Part 135 is. Part 135 covers a whole lot of different things. The title of it is Air Carriers and Common Carriers. In this case, it is something that is required if you want to transport mail by aircraft. As you know, a drone is an aircraft. So in this case, anyone who's going to be doing this kind of stuff is going to need to be operating under Part 135. So UPS Flight Forward is applying to be a Part 135 operator. Now, earlier this year, they actually partnered with another company called Matternet, and they were delivering medical supplies to a hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina. They're trying to expand this kind of operation in the healthcare sector and basically use their Part 135 certificate to deliver more supplies to different hospitals and different places like this. So I think this is kind of a great thing. This kind of joins Google with their Google Project Wing and also Amazon Prime Air. We've talked about Amazon Prime Air in the past on this news update segment. So tell me what you think. Is this something that you think is gonna take off? No play on word. Is this something that you think can benefit, especially hospital, especially in the healthcare sector? How do you think this is gonna have an impact? So I want to hear what you think about this stuff. Next thing is the FAA that finally appointed a new administrator. We've had a temporary person since 2018, I think, in charge of the FAA after Michael Huerta retired or moved to a different position. I don't remember what happened. But with that being said, a new person, his name is Steve Dickson. He's the new FAA administrator. He used to be a former senior VP for flight operation at Delta Airlines. So bringing the airline background into the FAA. The FAA administrator is kind of the guy in charge of the FAA. So it's kind of a big deal. Now, they have kind of a tough task ahead of them with the the whole scandal with Boeing, and also not really a scandal, but the FAA Reauthorization Act as it relates to drones for us. So it'll be interesting to see what the new administrator does with this and how this moves forward. There's been a delay with remote ID. We've talked about this several times, so hopefully this takes care of it, having some leadership in there finally as a permanent position, and we can start moving forward. So tell me what you think about this. This is not really something that's necessarily going to affect you from a day-to-day basis to fly your drone, especially if you're a hobbyist. But if you're a commercial pilot, tell me what you think. Somebody from an airline going in there. Maybe you've worked maybe with this gentleman if you fly for Delta. I don't know. Just let me know what you think. The last piece of news per se this week is the live Q&A from the FAA that's going to happen next week. It's on Monday, July 29th at 1 p.m. You don't have to register. This is going to be held on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, on the FAA channels for that. Kevin Morris is going to be doing this, the FAA drone guy. He's always been great. He has, I think, a great way to explain things and answer all the questions. So if you have questions, go in there. The topics they're going to cover is how to register your drone with the FAA. Actually, all these topics are something that I have made a video of before, but it's good to get a second point of view as well. If you've seen my videos, if you've been in my courses, go ahead and watch these again and get this reaffirmation from the FAA of everything we've talked about. So how to register your drone, how to fly, when to fly, and where you can fly your drone. They'll talk about airspace authorization and how you can get one. And then they're going to talk about how you can fly in natural disaster areas and emergencies. Now, this is not something that I talk about. This is not an area of specialty of mine, but I do mention in my courses where you should stay away from, especially when there's emergency responses. So I think they're going to be talking about this. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I actually have to be in class at that time, but I'll be watching the replay, and I'll put a link when it's available so you guys can see it. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, that's where I usually put these links, because the FAA put those things on Twitter. I'm not a big Twitter guy. I don't post a whole lot. So if you want to follow me, you won't get a bazillion posts. You can also follow the Pilot Institute. It's Pilot-Institute on Twitter, and you'll get all these notifications. Anyway, any drone questions that you have, put them down here, and maybe we can ask the FAA afterwards. I know they get swamped with questions, so if you don't get your question answered, don't despair. Either go on social media and ask them, or you can ask me. I'll more than likely be able to answer those questions as well. So I'm happy to help if I can. So questions for you is, have you attended one of these webinars, or have you watched a replay of one of the webinars? Again, I'll put a link down in the comments to show you where you can find those webinars. And did you like the information you're getting? I think these things are great, and I think they're great because they're free and they're available to you, and you get the information straight from the source, which is the FAA. So that's a great way to get your information. The last thing I want to mention, not news related per se, but I want to talk about this drone for good thing. As you know, I'm a big proponent of trying to put the drone industry out there and showing that drones can be used for good. It's no lie that we don't have the best of reputation, because I think of a handful of idiots, if I can say, that are just giving everybody else a bad reputation. So I want to put you in the spotlight. If you are using a drone for good, if you have a business maybe and you're using a drone as part of your business, maybe you had a business for a while and you've decided to integrate drones into your business, I want to hear from you. I want you to either leave a message right here in the comment section, or I want you to email me at greg@pilotinstitute.com, and I want to talk to you. I want to see how you're making our industry look good, and I want to put you actually in the forefront. I want to put you on our website, and I want to put you on YouTube, possibly talk about your story. So please reach out. The bottom line is, I want to hear how drones are doing good things in the world, and I'm kind of tired of hearing in the news how drones are this big dramatic thing that are going to be the end of this world, it sounds like. So help me spread the word on Drones for Good. It's been a hashtag on different social media for a long time, and I want to keep this going. I think we need the good momentum to keep doing. So please reach out. I want to hear from you. Again, if you have a drone business, if you have anything where you have integrated drones and it's doing good, maybe you're teaching for a school where you're using drones to help kids get jobs or kids get new skills, then I want to hear from you. This is something that's very important. So let me know, reach out. As always, if you like the video, subscribe. There's plenty more videos coming up. in the list at least every week with this news update, and then every Tuesday or Wednesday I try to release a new video as well on a different topic, Part 107 or hobbyist. It doesn't really matter at this stage. So this is it. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.